my dear Aries, this is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this reading will be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And for Aries, this will be a reading about what the person most on your mind wants to happen between you two. Can often be a conflict between head and heart, and this will be revealed here, together with the most likely action they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. I will also reveal what they would tell you if they dared to tell the truth, with the brutally honest oracle cards looking like this. And for a cross watcher, this reading will most likely be about where the Aries person's thoughts and feelings are at. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And I usually read for the empath side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror out to the world, so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And I use the THELEMA tarot for the readings part. When I open your deck here, I see the Fool together with the Hermit. So it seems like this person is out on an inner journey, like on enchanted territories, and they are going through this this gateway here. So they seem preoccupied with their spiritual growth and with certain things that they need to solve in their life. But with the Fool, it shows that I'm getting this feeling that the person would want to find a way back to you, basically, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have Death together with the Fool. So unfortunately, first they need to go through a great transformation. Here with the Fool, they are unexperienced, but being challenged with death, they will come out of it much more experienced. We have the beautiful white horse there, also showing that their beautiful intention will turn to known feelings, like a person that know themselves, and that's the whole point with the Hermit. So only major arcana cards so far. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we see 5 of Cups with Death. So this is the transformation that they need to go through, or the challenges. 5s are a lot of challenges, and it has to do with emotional disappointment, and to be able to probably deal with emotions overall and make them more known for the person, because usually as humans we don't like to feel pain, so we try to push it away or act like we don't care, and that is not helpful for our growth. But here they are forced to look at their own emotion, and therefore growth is kind of certain, either growth or perishing. It's not so many options here. 6 elements, 8 of Swords with Death. So you can see this is problematic for this person, because they have certain viewpoints from their life, things they have learned, their conditioning basically, that makes them not being particularly equipped to face this. Let's say, for example, when they were a child and they fell and cried, someone said, "Don't be a sissy, go up from there, stop crying." So this is not a way to learn how to deal with one's emotions. And so here they maybe just try to stop whining, and therefore they are going nowhere, coming and going nowhere, and they're just sitting locked into what they have learned from people in their lifetime, and not really open to what the Divine is trying to teach them at this point. So they're struggling with them with themselves. And 5 of Cups and 8 of Swords in relating to your relationship would mean that the person is very haunted by past events that have hurt them, and they don't know what to do, basically. But the Wheel of Fortune is very helpful. It helps the person facing the same situation over and over and over and over again until they learn. So they will become very skilled. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I'm feeling the sense of self-love. It's Hermit or Virgo energy again, as Hermit is Virgo energy, and the Ace of Wands. So again, the spiritual journey will help them to become a more complete person and to help them grow into a more self-loving, mature person. But they have this obstacle of being fearful of their own emotions, and therefore this is not happening so fast. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and what they would want to happen between you two. Okay, so I'm actually hearing a song. Wake up, you need to make money. Someone traveling far, far away. So I think this person is also squeezed between the life they wish to live and responsibility of being a grown-up. So we'll see where it goes. This is their most likely action that they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And this is their dreams for your relationship on an emotional level, like what their heart is hoping for and aiming for there. And this is what's on their mind level, like what kind of plan they have when it comes to what they want to happen between you two. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, again, it's Virgo. We have Hermit, that's Virgo. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo. Nine of Pentacles, that's Virgo. So it shows a person that's being on a journey to discover themselves and their own capacity, like what they actually can do. And they didn't know that before, so, and that was left them like an open target for other people to say, you should do like this, you should do like that, and they were probably trying to be obedient, but ended up in a back alley, like on a, like where you can get nowhere from there. You can get nowhere from there because it's not the right solution. They haven't been handed the right solution. But with the Virgo energy coming in here, they will grow up. They will learn more of their own capacity. Sometimes Virgo can be a little bit like having too much capacity and over-organizing and nitpicking, but that's just the other side of the coin. The good side is that a person is responsible, putting in a lot of work and taking responsibility. So maturing, basically. Nine of Pentacles is a very singles energy, as is the Hermit. So it again shows that they are going through something that they need to go through on their own. And here on emotional level, we have the Ace of Cups. So that's the white rose that the Fool was holding. King of Wands and Justice. So I really think this person wants to be better for you. They want to live up to your expectation, because you had a lot of expectation on this person too. You were probably one of the swords there in the Eight of Swords, 8 strength. But your point of view is actually not that bad. It's it looks very grown up, but it was probably conflicting with the things that other people have told them. But here they want to be a hero for you, and they have a lot of love for you, like really pure love in their heart. And this is their most likely action. And we have the World card here, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. So they are trying to get back up on their feet, and they definitely feel a very deep soul connection with you. The 8 of Pentacles, it's in this case connected with the Wheel of Fortune, which is the same thing is happening over and over and over and over again. But they use this as a teaching moment to actually at some point be able to really unite with you on a like soul level. So that's beautiful. Okay, so this is what's on their mind, and we have the 2 of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles there. and the devil. So they know that they have problems, and they want to be able to solve them. So I'm hearing a song again. I know we have problems. I'm writing it down, so I will put these songs in the description box for you. So they are trying to solve it with the Nine of Pentacles, but they probably don't want to. This is kind of a diplomatic card. So I'm not going to show you like the devil here behind, because that will probably be an uncomfortable experience for you, is what the person is saying. I don't want to show you everything. I'm thinking that's the rose again. So it's with good intentions. They're trying to save you from the devil here. Probably you've had complaints with the Queen of Swords and Justice card that's here. And they say, okay, so I hear you. And I will not come back, because as long as I haven't got a grip on this. So Temperance card, they're trying to learn and be a better person for you. Temperance, it means great attraction. It's also the alchemic wedding. We are marrying our own shadow. So they are trying to hide away their shadow from you, but their shadow is probably also mirroring your shadow. Because when we fall in love with a person, we fall in love with them for traits that we have, but we haven't maybe discovered them in ourselves just yet. And we also fall in love with them for the challenge that they are, particularly when it comes to triggering us and revealing our own shadow. So it can be, for example, let's say that you're a very rebellious person and you fall in love with someone that's super obedient and they don't have a will of their own. And that's like the other half of you that you don't show that much. So it's your shadow. So really it's not this person's fault that they are displaying a lot of their shadow side in your relationship, because it's only when we are this match that you will actually be irritated and like be faced with this person's shadow. When you are not a match for that shadow, you will simply not be, either you will be very understanding of them, like, I know they're lying, they're just lying, they are a little bit like a storyteller, because that makes them feel that they are more interesting, and they are amusing people with their stories, so I don't mind their lying, because you are not a liar per se, and you are not like compulsively hateful of lies. So therefore you have very little shadow when it comes to lies. So therefore you can, you're not triggered by this person and their lies. You will think that it's a cute thing. But you might be very triggered by a person being lazy, for example, because you don't allow yourself to be lazy, and you feel like, I have a really lazy person inside there somewhere, and you haven't been able to deal with it and learn that, okay, so when I work, and when I'm lazy, I need to rest. So you haven't come to that conclusion, and therefore you will be irritated with this person and their laziness. So it's they are trying to hide their shadow for you, but it's really no point, because it's your shadow too. Okay, and here we have Judgment, another angel, and another angel, Chariot. So I'm definitely seeing they want to grow up and be a better person for you, and then they would come back for you and feel that they would be a better match, because they would be more whole. They have both their yin and their yang in beautiful harmony, drawing the chariot forward. So, but if you haven't done the work, then you will still have this shadow, and they will be irritated with you instead. Okay, but it's really out of consideration. They are. It feels like they are keeping themselves away from you with the Nine of Pentacles here and the Two of Swords. So it's with consideration, because you have made complaints about their darker sides, and they are trying to be better for you. So, and it's Major Arcana card, all these fours again. So this person is working tightly together with the divine to really put effort into their own personal growth. And even if they are not doing it with going on meditation classes or hanging crystals in their room, they are doing this, but maybe on a more hands-on level, with the devil being very earthy. And I'm seeing the green here in the mountain. It's almost like a mountain in the background here as well. So they are going towards their challenges with courage and almost anticipation, like they want to deal with this and they want to do it right. So that's their plan. So eventually they would want to come back to you, and all those wings, it shows this person's spiritual growth. Okay, so this is on their emotional level. Sorry, I need to put myself in a better position. 8 of Swords. So again, they don't feel 100% worthy, and like as long as they have this shadow, they don't feel particularly worthy. So therefore they don't know how to solve this when it comes in relationship to other people, because in relationship to other people things will come up and their old conditioning will kick in. So it's like a automatic thing that's plays out in our life over and over and over again, with the eternity symbol here, and they are trying to keep you safe from that, to not have to experience how they are triggered, or how they display drama, or their conditioning when they can't seem to do something that should be natural. For example, if this displaying emotions, for example. And here we have another 8, and it's 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is a beautiful card about a person having good intentions and want to make things right. It's like when the sun is shining, it reveals all the shadows and making it known. So if this person would communicate with you, they would tell you that I have problems and I don't know how to solve them. I think we are back to the song again. So they don't know, but they would want to find a solution for this. And they are on their way to find their solution. It's very beautiful here. This is Sagittarius energy. So it's like an arrow moving very quickly forward, fixing things. And the Star card. So they have a lot of hope. They haven't forgotten about you. They haven't gone over you. They still feel very deep connection, but they feel like this might be like a little bit of a demon dance here, where you are attracted to one's shadows, and the relationship can become like very attached and negative, like abusive, not an abusive relationship. Maybe it might have been an abusive relationship as well, but mostly a destructive one. And they know it, but they feel like I know how we can fix this. Maybe they are waiting for permission from you that you love them no matter who, like what they are, so they can, doesn't have to be perfect, we can fix it. Maybe they are waiting for that kind of response from you. And here we have the moon. Moon is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9, so it's connected to the Hermit card again, their inner brave journey to face their own emotion and heal. So 17, 18. And then we have the 7 of Cups. So yes, they have problems, and they know they can't, solve this in a, like this. So I actually felt this with all the wings, that, but I didn't want to be overly negative, but I felt like if they can't fix it this lifetime, you will see each other in another lifetime or in the afterlife, but they feel like this forever connection with you. And here, on a heart level, they have this hope that you would come and say that you love them no matter what. They don't have to change. You could work together on your triggering and how your shadows display in the relationship and how you trigger each other. But they know that this will take time. So they have a lot of inspiration for your relationship, but in the same time, they face the reality here with seeing that maybe this is not possible, that they can't be like this perfect person for you. So maybe next life, okay? and this is not what they want, but they want to be, they don't want to destroy your life. They don't want to be this devil in your life, abusive or destructive, or you know, getting triggered by things and displaying their devil in your relationship. So they want to spare you from that. But if you would say, if you would come and say, I love you no matter what, we have this beautiful soul connection, I want to be with you forever, then they maybe could let you in on this, and like how they are triggered, and you are probably triggered too. So I'm seeing a willingness from this person to do what's right. Either this is spending their life without you, working on themselves, or opening up to you and revealing like the monster inside. But like, this is the reality, take it or leave it. It's a little bit like that. Okay, so the most likely action, so a Knight of Wands, that's Sagittarius. So we have Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. So it's very likely that they will communicate with you, or they already have communicated something with you. And we have the Four of Wands here. So it's again with this soul connection that they feel with you, that you have a bond together and you're supposed to be together, and they want to invite you in a rather free relationship. This is a four without walls. It's just showing the corners, but people are invited in and they can go. It's not it's a marriage card, so it's commitment, but it's not a prison. And here we have the Nine of Swords coming underneath Temperance and the Star. So it's a little bit star-crossed lovers kind of energy here. They feel very tormented, 9, 18, by like what's unhealed inside of them. And so they have a lot of, like, they love you, but they don't know how to solve this. They don't have a solution for this. And they don't feel grown up enough or mature enough to know what to do. So this is what I can offer. I can offer you, I'm not mature, I'm not grown up, I don't have solution to all the problems. I have a lot of issues, but that I don't know how to solve, but I love you. And here we have Five of Swords together with Nine of Wands. So it's very likely that they will lose hope here. They want to say something to you, but maybe you are not receiving it in the best way possible here. And then that ends up with them feeling like frustrated, and also they want to protect themselves, because they really don't feel like they are a person that's so awful or horrible. They feel like they are a person they're trying their best, they are doing the best they can, and if you still need to, you know, criticize them or like hate them a little bit, or tell them that they are worthless, then they are going to talk back at you, and they're going to say something back at you, but then, and they are going to protect themselves from you, but they're still going to sit outside your door because they still have this dream of you two being together. Okay, so I will take cards from the Brutally Honest Oracle to see what they would want to say. So in the past, they have been trying to be bulletproof, and they probably weren't as vulnerable as they are showing up here. They probably showed a lot of this like all the time, maybe oscillating between these two, attack and disappearing, like disappearing act to protect themselves, like sheltering themselves, attacking and then putting themselves on a safe position, attacking, putting themselves on a safe position. And they were trying to be bulletproof. So that's probably their survival technique, to say something harsh and then stomp away. So, or maybe just do something harsh and stomp away. Sometimes the person isn't so verbal. It seems like they're very verbal now, but they might not have always been that verbal. And they might be verbal speaking to me from like a soul perspective, like talking like this, soul to soul. But on a face-to-face, there might be another thing. I'm lost without you. Yeah, they really feel like they would so dearly would want to be together with you, and it's tormenting and painful to miss you and be without you, but they can't force you to be with them on these conditioning. I don't feel worthy of love. So if you would say something in the area of them not being worthy of love, that they need to better themselves, or they need to be like this or be like that, that's probably when you will get this, they will be triggered, okay, and they will go back to their old survival skill, trying to be bulletproof, so kicking back at you and then putting themselves in this safe position, still at your door though. Okay, so this is the worst ever, because that's Eight of Swords is connected to I don't feel worthy of love. This is how they have been conditioning to learn in some way that they have a lot of flaws. Maybe their parents could love them, maybe they couldn't. They couldn't make up their mind fully. So it's a child that has been trying to do the best thing, but when they were triggered, no grown-up were there to guide them through. So they had to deal with the troublesome emotion themselves, and it's like the parents put all the burdens on the child to deal with this. For example, let's say that the child did something, they stole cookies. So instead of talking to the child about why they shouldn't eat cookies before dinner, they just say, you're an awful child stealing cookies. They weren't like guiding the child to give them better values, or tell them that it's because I care for you, I don't want you to get a sugar rush, and then when it's time for dinner, you're not hungry anymore, and you have like this short sugar rush, and then you will fall right off the sugar high, and you will become unhappy. So I'm trying to, we can eat the cookie after the dinner, because it will help to stabilize your sugar levels, and it will keep you full for a longer period of time. So then the cookie is a good thing, but now to eat it before dinner is a bad thing, and I love you. I want what's best for you. And if you really need the cookie, you can take it and you can see for yourself what's happening, and you can make your own choice if it's a good idea to eat cookies on an empty stomach or not. So this is the difference between the parenting style that they got and the parenting style that they needed, or most kids needs. And here they're kind of asking you to be that parent to guide them through the triggering. And here you're triggering them in some way, 8, 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and that makes them feel unworthy of love, and they are going to try to be bulletproof again. So I can't forgive. I feel you even when we are miles apart. Yeah, that's for sure, with all this angel wings and the star card here. I can't forgive. It's this. If someone like does something that resembles what their parents did or someone else did at an early stage in their life, they will be very unforgiving, because then they are bulletproof again. So it's very easy to upset this person to a point where they will turn their back on you. And it's not a warning, it's just facts, how this person is working. So they could deal with their triggering in another way. So they could tell you, you're not really pissing me off, you make me feel worthless, like I'm not worthy of love. And you could say, that was not my point. I was trying to say that when you do these things, it's hurt a lot, and I feel not particularly taken care of or cherished. So it's just that how it makes me feel. It's not that I don't love you or don't treasure you. It's like I feel you don't treasure me when you act like that. So you could come closer if you could talk about things. And they feel very close to you, even if they are miles apart. But when you are close, it seems like hell breaks loose, because both of you gets triggered, because both of you have roughly the same wound, I would imagine. And that's what's so if you could trust each other more, and you weren't so fearful of the other person, you could open up, and the other person could come down to your level and like listen to you, and you could listen to them. That would mean that you could help each other with these triggering. But if you're going to act like one is going to be the child and the other one is going to be the parent that has impossible demands, it's not going to work. So this is your point of view. You are healing your broken heart, so that might be why they come with this offer, and you might not be particularly welcoming because you feel like you don't want them to make a number on you again. So you're trying to heal your broken heart, and so you might be like a little bit isolated. This is their shadow, so when you are isolating you from them, that's their, that's their survival skill. 9 of Wands, bulletproof. 9 of Pentacles, and then you steal it with being like this victim. No, I'm healing my broken heart. I don't want to be hurt by you again. And they would, because that's their triggering. They are seeing their own shadow in you. So that's so stupid to just to not do the work on this relationship. Well, they are probably a person that's make a lot of running too. 9. So Hermit is also like you. Don't like what the Hierophant has created, like what civilization has created. So you say, ugh, and you move away to a cave in the mountains somewhere and look down on these people and think, oh, they are doing everything wrong. And you figure out new ways to do things. And that's how society also evolves. I projected family issues on our relationship. So this is how we can see that you have the same problem. They try to be loved by their parents, and you probably tried that too, and you make each other into the symbol of the person that wasn't able to love you in the way you needed to be loved. So I can't love you in the way you deserve right now. No, this person really needs you to be there for them to the triggering. So they need probably someone that's like a friend, or someone that's has already been so hurt by them, because it's very hard for you to be there for them in a way that they need, because you, 9, you are currently in the state of being there for yourself and taking care of yourself. I had to be brutally honest, and I'm thinking it's still about this situation, and they're going to react badly to that. And you're going to be back on square one, and you haven't solved anything in this relationship. Even if both people are kind of right and both have good intentions, where you are at emotionally, you are not able to be there for each other because you're so easily wounded and triggered and hurt, and pain comes to the surface immediately, and neither of you are so stable that you can help the other person through the triggering and make them feel safe. So see what the Divine wants to say about this relationship. Give your relationship a chance. So they think that if you could just step up and put your sad emotions on to the side a little bit, and follow your heart a little bit more, that would be awesome. Okay. And let go of control issues. So you're both trying to put yourself in a position where you don't get hurt, and you will get hurt like over and over and over and over and over again, until you have become an expert in the area of getting hurt, and you would be like a goose, and you pour water on the goose and it will all fall off. It's just they are waterproof, and so you have become bulletproof at that point. But for real, because you have been through everything, you have seen it all, you're not triggered anymore, you don't take things personally. So you're going to be hurt by people. They're always going to trigger you, not because they have bad intentions, but because you are hurt. As long as you have a wound, other people will wound you or hurt you again, because it's how you find out that you have a wound, so you can heal it as well. If they don't trigger you, you can live your whole life having the wound and not recognizing that your leg is broken, metaphorically, like your heart is broken probably. So this is from a soul level what they would want to say to you. So I'm seeing gratefulness for the spiritual growth that you have kind of, you are giving them the virus of spiritual growth here. Cupid arrow strike. So they still love you. It's not going to go anywhere. But they will physically maybe go away from you because trying to be bulletproof or trying to protect themselves from getting hurt. And look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So you can't fix the other person, you can heal yourself. And then, as I said earlier, you won't get triggered by them anymore because you will just feel, oh, that's so cute, because it's no wound inside of you anymore. But as long as there's a wound inside of you, this other person and their behavior will trigger you. So look inside yourself, heal what you find, and that makes this relationship has a much greater chance. And also, you will be more happier and less feeling of being the victim and heartbroken. So I would urge you to watch the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings for your sign in the True Thoughts and Feelings playlist, or the love reading for April or May. That will probably reveal more about this situation.
Jet planes in the night sky with you.
Today, if you can't get enough of my readings on YouTube, you can now become a member to my channel and get access to premium content videos. There are 3 different levels to choose from. You can become a supportive member and get personal and spiritual growth readings for the collective.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
The second option is to become an extended member, where you get access to the collective readings from the previous level, and you will also be able to see all the channel's astrological tarot readings for all the signs ahead of time and ads free.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, now I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine.
The third option is to become a full member, where you get access to all the perks from the previous levels. And on top of that, you will get short personal readings from me every week. It is very similar to super chat readings, but here you subscribe instead of paying for super chats.
'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you.
There is a lot of other perks that's available for all levels, as membership loyalty badges, custom emojis, and other special features.
I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that.
If you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see the join button, where you can learn more about the membership. You can also follow the link in the description box to check this out. And if you're still not convinced that this is a good option for you, you can become a member just to support my channel and help me keep on doing readings for all the astrological signs. I hope you will join and we will have so much fun together. Thank you for watching this far. I'm sending you all my love and all my gratitude.